Hello. Welcome to my channel. And if this is not your first time watching me, welcome back. My name is Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist, and I specialize in helping business women build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. But gentlemen, you know you're welcome here too. On today in this video, I am going to share with you pros and cons of the IUL, the Index Universal Life Policy. I love the Index Universal Life Policy because it gives you the flexibility to build wealth and avoid taxation when you are building wealth. It gives you an opportunity to bank like the wealthy and to become your own bank like the wealthy. So many people have heard that IULs are bad tools or they're not the best type of life insurance. And so in this video, I want to give you the pros and the cons of the Index Universal Life policies. And if you enjoy this video, I'm going to ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the death benefit. The Index Universal Life policy is indeed a life insurance policy, and a life insurance policy has a death benefit. Now, the death benefit is what your beneficiaries are paid when you pass away. Okay. So if you are paying a small premium and you're able to give your beneficiaries a great inheritance with the policy, why would you not? Unfortunately, some people do get the IULs and they're using it as a way to supplement their retirement, or they're using it as a way to become their own bank. But before they receive the funds at their retired or desired retirement age, they pass away. And so if you do pass away, you can know that your family is going to be able to get a much larger death benefit than the money that you put into the plan if you start the plan and before you are able to receive the cash value, you pass away. So the death benefit is a huge benefit of the IUL because it is indeed a life insurance policy. Life insurance policies help us create an estate. It helps us create estates. Okay. So the second thing that I want to highlight is that with many of the Index Universal Life policies, especially the ones that I offer and I am able to help my clients with, they come with something called accelerated living benefit riders. And the accelerated living benefit rider gives you the opportunity to use a portion of the death benefit during your lifetime if you become ill with a critical, chronic, or terminal illness that is a qualifying illness according to your policy documents. So you want to make sure that if you do have a policy and you do not have the accelerated living benefit riders on them, that you check in with your agent, or you can book a policy review with me, and I will make sure that we either get you a policy with those benefits, or we see if you're able to qualify for those benefits at all. So we have the death benefit, we have the accelerated living benefits. Another reason that people love the IUL is because the IULs build cash accumulation. It builds cash value, okay? And so this provides for the potential for you to have cash that you can use later. And this cash can be accessed and used according to your wants, okay? According to your, and I say your, you are the policy owner, the policy owner's discretion. So you can take a tax-free withdrawal with your life insurance policy because of the IRS code 7702. It says that if you do take these funds from the life insurance policy, then you do not have to claim that loan amount as income. So let me ask you this. When you get a loan, do you claim it as income on your taxes? Do you have to pay taxes on that loan? That's why people use the IUL. Okay. That's why they use the Index Universal Life Policy, because it is a great way for you to offset your tax liability. And since the withdrawal represent a return of after-tax money because you're paying into the policy with after-tax dollars, then guess what? You don't have to pay taxes on that money. Okay. It also gives you protection against stock market losses. So the thing about it is when you have an index universal life policy, that money in the account is indexed to the market. So the insurance company is taking the risk and they're giving you a return based on the money that they made in the account. So this policy, the IUL policy, it contractually guarantees that your cash value, yes, your cash value will not have a negative return due to stock market losses. Okay. This is a huge benefit because we are in an interesting day and time. And market fluctuations happen all the time. So again, with the IUL or the Index Universal Life Policy, you're putting money into the account. Many times, many people are overfunding the account. And that money that is being put into the account is being invested by the insurance company, and then the insurance company is paying you a return. Okay. But the good news is if there is a downside, a month, a downside year, then guess what? You don't have to worry about losing your cash value due to stock market losses. That's why people like the Index Universal Life Policy over some of the other types of policies. Okay. Another benefit or pro of having the life insurance policy that is an index universal life policy is also the upside growth potential. So whenever I'm sharing with my clients that there are different types of policies, I say the index universal life policy, in my opinion, is more like the Lamborghini Maserati version of the life insurance, of the living benefits, because the money in the account can grow substantially and you can be able to have that money be paid out to you, and you can use that money during your lifetime and it can be used for anything. I love showing this, especially with children, young children. If you have a young child, if you have a young grandchild, I highly recommend that you get one of these plans so that they can have money that's going to grow for them. The cost of insurance on that child's policy is going to be low because they are young. Now, there's another video that you'll be able to watch that will give you more insight on why you should have IULs for babies, for children. But I'm going to share with you, I really do love having IULs for children because the cash value in those policies grow at a substantial rate. And it is a beautiful thing for you to be able to build generational wealth for your children early. You also have tax deferred growth within the account. It's important for you to understand that the life insurance values grow tax deferred in the account. Okay. So if someone was to simply withdraw all of your funds or cancel the policy, especially in the years of the game, they could be subject to income tax, not capital gains tax. However, the life insurance policy is designed for individuals to gain access to an equivalent of the cash value amount completely tax-free. So if you are like, wait a minute, I thought you said yes. If you withdraw the equivalent of your cash value amount, it's tax-free. So you have tax-free access to your cash value accumulation. So here's the thing. Again, if you are taking a loan out for a car, for example, when you take out that loan, you're not going to be taxed on it. Well, that's the same principle that holds true for the life insurance as well. The life insurance company have designed a brilliant way for you to be able to access the equivalent of your cash value tax-free. And this is called your policy loan provision. This feature and the way it works is very incredible, and it's very important for you to understand. So the other thing that I want to highlight for you is that there's really no minimum age or income requirement in order for you to get this index universal life policy. And I say no minimum age. I mean, most carriers will say that you need to be 2 weeks old. So you can be 0 years old and get this plan, get these policies. And the incredible thing about this is When you are looking for ways to save for retirement and not have to pay so much in taxes, some people may say, oh, it's time for you to get a Roth, or look at getting a Roth IRA. However, if you are a single individual and this year in 2024, you make more than $161,000 as a single person, then you are ineligible to get an IU. You're ineligible to get a Roth IRA. So some people refer to the IUL as the rich man's Roth, because if you're not able to get a Roth IRA, this is another way for you to be able to offset your taxes. Okay. And also, even though you're using this as a way to offset your retirement, there's no mandatory distributions. There's no required minimum age of distributions with these accounts, like with some retirement accounts and some annuities. And the other thing that is beautiful about the IUL is that it can also protect you from lawsuits in many states. So in many states, the cash value accumulated inside of the life insurance policy is protected from creditors. So whether that is due to bankruptcy, lawsuit, or another type of judgment, your money in that account is safe. Okay, money in that account is safe. So I've shared a lot of pros of the IUL, and I can share even more pros with you as we meet individually. But I want to give you some cons. I want to give you the other side. So one thing that is not going to work in your favor is if you decide to work with an agent that does not have your best interests at heart. Because when we design these index universal life policies, the best way, or the way for us to get the greatest commissions, is not the way to give you the most cash value. So if you're using this IUL or index universal life policy to build cash value, and that is your primary goal, then you want to make sure that you're working with the agent that is going to design the index universal life policy so that you get exactly what you want instead of them getting the greatest commission. One of the cons of having the index universal life policy is that it can be complex. And the IULs can be complicated for some to understand. They often involve many details regarding interest rates, credits, caps, floors, charges, and it could be challenging to grasp how the policy work and how it will perform over time. But that's where you work with a financial consultant that is willing to work with you to make sure that you understand everything. And it's important that you ask your questions. And if that person is getting antsy because you're asking a lot of questions, then that may not be the agent for you. Okay. Also, there are caps on returns. So some people may say, well, why would I put my money in a life insurance policy when I can't get all the money that the insurance company is making on the money? Well, IULs are linked to a stock market index, but there's usually a cap. There's a maximum amount of return that you can earn. So you may not be able to receive all the benefits from the stock market, but back on the pro side, even though you're not able to receive all of the return, you're also not taking on all of the risk. So that means that you are actually, giving up a little bit so that you don't have to worry about losing your cash value. Now, IULs do come with fees. They do come with costs. And if you have a great agent, that agent will help you understand how your fees are calculated into the account. If you do have a policy and you don't know how it works, again, feel free to book a policy review, and I can do a policy review with you and share with you how your policy was designed and what you may need to do with that policy in order for it to work the way that you want it to work. Okay. The other con that many people don't like is surrender charges. So if you do decide to cancel the policy within the initial years, then you will have some significant surrender charges. So let's say, for example, you decide to start an IUL, and then in 2 years you decide to cancel the policy completely. Well, the cost of the policy and all the fees are going to eat away at that cash value. So this is a long-term tool. This is not one of those tools that you want to use and say, well, I'm going to get this for 2 years and then cancel it and then get something else and think that you're going to have a great amount of return. Your surrender charges are a real thing. And this can reduce or eliminate your cash value upon cancellation. So when you are deciding to get an IUL, you are making the decision to have this as a long-term investment. This is a long-term commitment. This is a long-term tool. Okay. This is not a get rich quick tool. Okay. So I thank you for watching this video. If you found this video to be beneficial, again, I do ask that you give me a thumbs up, that you like it, that you subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comment section as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, and let's stay connected. Let's stay connected. All right. Make sure you subscribe to this video and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Adios.